Tron Ares absolutely flopped in its opening weekend at the box office for Disney. Yet another Disney franchise that has gone down in flames, and it was in embarrassing fashion. Opening weekend, which was projected around $60 million, $60 million in the domestic box office, $90 million worldwide, didn't exactly work out that way. In fact, Tron Ares barely made over $38 million. What was this? $34 million, $33 million, $33 million opening weekend for Tron Ares. And in its second weekend, it crashed hard as well. It's one thing to have a bad opening, but when you have a bad opening, you need a really bad second weekend to get a 67% drop, but that's what we saw. This will be the last weekend in, double million digits for this movie. 11.1 million in its second weekend, and it's over for this movie. It's done. Finite. Kill it. It's dead. And now it's so dead that even mainstream sources are telling you that Disney's lost over $100 million. Tron Ares is on pace to lose over $130 million for Disney. Net production budget, $220 million. Look, I have never been a huge Tron person. I think their insistence in turning it and like making it, thinking that it can be some kind of massive, huge franchise instead of maybe just kind of a niche franchise, I think was a big mistake for them. You can't spend $220 million on something like this when the last one you did in 2010 didn't make a ton at the box office either. And neither did the first one. I just think it's so foolish, but it's so exactly what Disney continues to do. Marketing budget, $102.5 million. So they've got $320 million wrapped up in this thing. The funny part is, despite these, mainstream outlets running with Disney's going to lose $132 million on this thing, the truth is, it's actually much worse. This is from geeksandgamers.com. Tron Ares said to lose $132 million according to Deadline, but true losses could top $232 million. Now, why is this? It's the bullshit accounting that they always do. And we'll get into it. Disney's latest foray into neon nostalgia isn't just flickering out, it's burning cash by the megawatt. According to Deadline, Tron Ares is officially on track to lose at least $132.7 million at the box office. But that number, as it turns out, doesn't tell the whole story. When you dig into that fine print, the real picture's far worse. The reported loss assumes that Disney will at some point in time earn $100 million in global home television revenue, a number that exists only on paper because Disney would essentially be selling the movie to itself for broadcast and streaming rights on ABC and Disney+. We've gone over this before. Disney specifically has done this before to try to make their movies look profitable. Something like Thor: Love and Thunder a couple of years ago. When in the fine print, when people were trying to justify how it made a profit, they realized that down there in the fine print was Disney saying that they were going to pay themselves, right? Disney would pay Disney $150 million for the streaming rights to the movie that Disney had just made, right? That's how this stuff goes now with these accounting tricks to make it look like it's not that big of a loss. So if you factor that in, that $100 million that they're taking from one pocket and putting into another, the losses would be near $250 million. And that's fucking crazy. And the reason that it is now basically like taking it out of one pocket, put in another, before Disney Plus, what would Disney do with a movie like this? They 100% would make a shit ton of money by, say, selling it to Netflix, right? Selling it to the big streaming service that's out there. And hey, you can get this on your thing for a year, 2 years. Let's work out all the distribution rights for all these different countries. We'll make these different deals or go on different periods of time. And they would get paid a shit ton for that by Netflix. No longer. You have your own streaming service now. So yeah, this one part of the company might pay this other part of the company, but it's all your fucking money. And this is where we are with Tron Ares. Tron Ares, just like so many things in this era of Disney, even if you had nostalgia for it, even if you loved the original, even if you liked the sequel that came out 15 years ago, this is modern Disney, and it ain't gonna work. This thing is a massive fucking flop. This is like worse than Morbius potentially level of failure for Jared Leto and for Disney, which is saying something considering how bad Morbius was. But you know what the thing is? They spent way more money on Tron Legacy than they ever thought of spending on something like Morbius.